It was certainly an interesting quarter, especially globally. We had 2 consecutive weekends where the US and the Swiss had to bail out some of their largest banks. Silicon Valley Bank was the first one to fall in the US, and then Credit Suisse, which was a very old and historic bank in Switzerland that had to be bailed out. Both of these banks had runs on their depositors and was probably going to fail if the governments didn't step in over those weekends. Now, it's normally not a good signal if large banks are failing, and it shows you the risks still inherent in the system. And one of the key causes of these risks was a significant hike in interest rates we've seen over the last year, with the US rates now approaching 5% and South Africa hiking a further 50 basis points. These interest rates have clearly ticked up to manage inflation, and inflation has trended down somewhat, but we're personally worried that it's going to be hard to potentially get it all the way back down to the global target of 2% and the SA inflation range of 3 to 6%. In South Africa, it's been a period that was really impacted significantly by load shedding. Since the November last year, it's been a very tough 5 months for South Africans, with constant stage 4, 5 and 6 load shedding in South Africa. One of the positives from this, and look, it's certainly been negative, but one of the things we take away from this is that the SA consumer and private sector has acted aggressively and taken things into their own hands. So if we track the amount of renewables installed in SA over the last 3 months, it already almost equals the entire renewable investment of 2022. So we think there is some real silver linings around these dark clouds, and it's the fact that companies and individuals have realized Eskom's likely not going to deliver for us. We need to take things in our own hands. And if I look at the pipeline that large companies have of future renewable projects, we think it's quite possible that 18-24 months from now, that load shedding might to a large extent be a thing of the past, as there will be enough private sector generation capacity that Eskom can deliver on the bit we need from them. So we've probably got a slightly more optimistic outlook on the medium-term South African picture than most at this stage.